By the way, I'd also like to say a special thank you to Suzanne Holt from my office for working so hard on doing this. She also might be the fastest writer I have ever seen. So Suzanne, again, thank you very much for what you've done here today. Without further ado, you know, when I hear those bells, it always makes me think about just how amazing the place we live in is. So iconic in some ways. But I also know that there are those who suffer. And for those who are victimized in these situations, some of the first responders in these situations are the police. And so I've asked Under Sheriff Frank Flutico to join us and say a few words. Frank?
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to speak before you tonight. 20 plus years ago, when I started my career in law enforcement, I was told by my training officers then that the most dangerous call I was ever going to go to was a domestic violence call. They said, if you can survive a domestic violence call, you'll survive anything in this job. And it's true. Because, as our DA has said, a lot of times you're going in to protect the victim who is afraid to be protected. And a lot of times it is very hard to get that victim to speak about what has been going on. I spent a great deal of my career in the detective unit, where before we had the great unit that we have now, the family violence unit that concentrates on these crimes on a regular basis, it was just the back rooms of police agencies, the detective agencies. For agencies that didn't have detectives, it was that patrol officer who went and handled these. And it was really so convoluted because there were so many different police agencies that didn't communicate. And we are 2 decades plus past that, where police chiefs now meet once a month, and domestic violence is always on our agenda to talk about, where we share information. So if tonight there's an incident handled by the sheriff's office, and tomorrow night there's an incident there handled by Rosendale, there's a collection point of seeing these incidents being reported. This is not something that law enforcement can do without the work of the county executive's office, the legislature, the district attorney's office, and all the non-government agencies and smaller government agencies. This is a battle that we have every day, and we're going to continue to have until this madness stops. We live in law enforcement with a slogan now of if you see something, say something. That not only is for terrorism, that is for domestic violence. There are still those victims afraid to step forward, and they should not be. Because we work as a team more now than ever to protect that victim and to get them the help, not only that they deserve, that they so desperately need to live another day. Some of the ugliest crimes we've seen have been domestic violence related. And I think we all just need to work together and continue to work together, because it's the only way we're going to win this battle. Thank you.